compared to that which could be observed by the naked Seni eye. Pulickel shifted in his seat as much as the landing harness would allow. He was shorter than the Commonwealth average, slim but well-built, his olive-hued skin reflective of his ethnic heritage. His features were small, fine even, and distinctly non-threatening, similar in appearance to the superb wood carvings his Javanese ancestors had turned out in quantity. He revealed his inner humanity only when he smiled, his teeth a slash of perfect white, like an ivory inlay set among paddock wood. He did not turn the eyes of attractive women, but neither did they find him displeasing to look upon. His desert-dry personality generally took care of any initial interest, filtered through speech that was always proper, polite, and reflective of an advanced education. His eyes were small, black, and active, his hair black, long, and combed straight back. Pressed as if in preparation for a formal dinner, his field shorts and short-sleeved shirt collapsed in a jumble of angles against the less disciplined curves of his body. An experienced traveler, he'd brought one case only. It rested snug in back, in the cargo bay, and if properly looked after, contained everything he would need, no matter the length of his stay. He spared yet another glance for the attractive middle-aged woman seated on the aisle 2 rows in front of him. It was always difficult when they were taller than you, he reflected, and many were. Unfortunately, he did not possess the drive necessary to overcome his perceived handicap. As a result, he had not spoken to her since boarding, and doubtless would not speak to her when they disembarked. Experience had shown him that attractive single women preferred their men tall, muscular, slightly uglified, and dangerous. He was none of those things. With a sigh, he turned to the port and studied the atmosphere through which the shuttle was dropping rapidly. One day he'd find someone, he told himself. One day when he had time to look and his work didn't interfere. Meanwhile, he would have to content himself with the accolades of superiors and colleagues, which he received in ample quantity. The sky outside darkened, and Pulickel thought immediately of inclement weather. Again the shuttle bounced, and for a second time the pilot was apologizing. "Sorry, we just ran past a flock of Senisran gliders. At least, that's what I'm told they were. Minor evasive maneuvers were in order. We're descending, and now they're slightly above us and to port. Those of you on that side may still be able to see them." Everyone on the left side of the shuttle leaned up against their respective ports. Among the thick clouds overhead could be seen rapidly vanishing flaps of vast membranous wings. Pulickel recalled his weeks of study prep on Senisran and its natives, flora and fauna. The Senisran gliders were enormous aerial flyers who lived by skimming the surface of Senisran's seas for plankton-sized life forms, straining them through gigantic beaks that were lined with a substance not unlike the baleen of a whale. Living in small colonies on the peaks and crags of the highest islands, they were inoffensive, harmless creatures, unless one happened to run into you. Such accomplished soarers were they that some biologists suspected they often circumnavigated the globe without ever touching land. Recently discovered, Senisran was an ocean planet, not unlike the long-settled and well-known cachalot. In lieu of any continental land masses, the globe-girdling seas were spotted with thousands upon thousands of islands, some isolated, some clustered tightly together, most strung out like the strands of broken necklaces in hundreds of individual archipelagos. A few were sizable, but none especially impressive, the largest being about half the size of Earth's Madagascar. All save the northern and southernmost were hot, though the humidity varied with location and latitude. There were no polar ice caps on Senisran. On these innumerable island groupings dwelt the native population, organized into hundreds of different tribes, clans, associations, and alliances, each with its own government, social system, religion, and morality. It was this riot of cultural diversity that made formal contact between off-worlders